Okay folks, Jim here on that Cadillac. I got it all primed. Can't remember where I'm at anymore because I haven't done a video in a while, but I have sanded this. This side here is down to 320. This hood had just a whole bunch of chips and pock marks and fish eyes from the other job that someone did a long time ago. For some reason the hood's painted, I don't know why. It's in a base coat, clear coat. That's why I know it's been painted. Some sort of repair, I suppose. On the other side, fender, right along in there, there was a mark. Had some, somewhere in here, something happened. Had some lacquer and base coat, clear coat repair. But this, the whole car was lacquer, and which is common. It's a 1988. But it had the crow's feet, so I've actually, instead of just sanding down some paint or some clear real nice and sealing it, or just sanding down the clear and painting, I epoxy primered the whole darn thing because there's chips and there's bodywork. Over here in the handles, I'm pretty sure I got that where it's rusty. I fixed it. It's all rusty. I sandblasted it. Had to knock it in just a little bit. Same thing, sandblasted, and when I sandblasted, I have one of these ones that has a brush around it, so it sucks and blows at the same time. Anyways, to keep a lot of mess. Anyway, I had to do around here too, and in a few other spots over in this area here. And of course, you know, when you hit it, it heats it up, so it pokes it out a little bit. So you gotta tap it in a little bit. On the other fender, on the other side, not this side here, but the other side, there was something going on there, so I repaired that. Well, there's a lot of somethings going on in this whole car. Actually, there's just a bunch of them. 139 little areas that needed, you know, attention and chips and stuff. And around here, we had chips through all the way down. There's rust, so I sandblasted them, pulled them out, pushed them back in, a little bit of body plastic. The back trunk was actually the worst here for some reason. And then up on top there was just where the lacquer was pulling off and little chips and scrapes and scratches. So on this side here, of course, well, there was a spot right there. I already sanded this once with 320. The next I'll hit it with 400. That was just a test in the sandpaper to see, because up here, this stuff here, I used some different primer, and that stuff is like concrete. And see, I'm sanding it out here to where, see, we got some dips and some high spots. Across here, there's probably a brace there. So, you know, in the old days, stuff looked good. It wasn't perfect. Here, now that hood's going to be like glass. We'll see every darn bird flying by. Well, not like glass, more like a mirror, I guess. Anyway, I got, well, I started out with this, yeah. Here's where that one spot was. We fixed it, and then I had some damage there. These are the type of deals here, just chips everywhere. See, I sanded down in there a little bit and put a little glazing compound, and not just the regular old stuff that shrinks either. I used, this is upside down, I realized, folks, because I wanted to go this way, but see what it is, 3M number, this here. It's like metal glaze, they call it finishing glaze. Anyway, costs a lot, works good, doesn't shrink up. And then of course the epoxy primer. I have this to 400, just because, where the heck is it there in 400? There you go, 400 grit. So this one here is done. This is done, and look, it's shiny kinda. Let's get down here so you can see. There you go, yeah, see the difference between, and I can just see a little bit of a wiggle up there by a dent. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it looks okay. Anyway, so you can see that shiny there. Then I have this side here knocked off too with the 320, but if you go this way here, see the 320 no shiny, but if you look over there you can still see the shiny. Anyway, so a lot of sanding. I'll have to wash this car about 42,618 times. That's where I'm at right now. I am going to shoot this with a little bit of primer along the way here. This is base coat, clear coat, so it's settled down. This guy here, I'll just give him a little whammer bammer with a little primer. There's another one somewhere in here, I'm sure of it. I don't know where it's at, but it's got to be one. I'm not done even sanding all the way here, see? I wanted to get some primer on it so I could get after it. All these other little things I can get. Anywho, So that's just what's going on today. It's 90 something degrees outside, so that's why I have my shirt off in here and I have a fan pointing at me one way and a fan pointing at me the only way. The only way, no, that's not it, the other way. I've been drinking my bath water. Alright, so I'm gonna get after it. The hood's taking me, well, let's see, I wrote down that I started at 1 o'clock today, so it is now 20 minutes to 3, so that hood, to get it nice, took me that long. It's all hand sanded. This is slick as can be. It feels straight. Had some wobbles dents. There is still a chip right there. In there, that was a pretty wicked chip. I thought I could fill it. Maybe I could sand it a little more. When I get some 400 on that other side, I might hit him a little bit more, but I don't want to make a dip. I'd rather give him a little glaze. I'm gonna put some sealer on this whole car probably. Just to get a uniform color. My sealer is darker than this primer, so I would have to use less paint if I get the sealer on there. Plus, it's a good idea to seal up in case you have a random scratch or something that might fill it in. Anyway, so gonna get after it. Thanks for stopping by. It's been fun. Have a good one.